If you're after a large premium SUV that offers strong performance, superb comfort and an engaging drive, then the Range Rover Sport is hard to beat. The third-generation Range Rover Sport delivers exactly what luxury SUV buyers are looking for. Smarter styling, improved onboard technology, along with a raft of developments in the way the Sport drives mean that it remains as sophisticated as ever, while maintaining a dynamic edge over its bigger Range Rover sibling. A strong choice of petrol, diesel and efficient plug-in hybrid engines will please private and business users alike, as will the sumptuous levels of comfort and refinement. Yes, prices have inevitably risen, but the Range Rover Sport is one of the best premium SUVs you can buy. In 2001, Land Rover launched its L322 Range Rover model, a new, more upmarket Rangie that felt like a true luxury car that just happened to be a supreme off-roader, too. The problem was that cunning German manufacturers such as BMW and Porsche were taking advantage of the market Land Rover had left behind. Sporting SUVs such as the X5 and Cayenne models were appealing to buyers who wanted a premium 4x4 that was also good to drive. Land Rover had to respond and did so in 2005 with its Range Rover Sport. Originally based on the heavy underpinnings of its Discovery sibling, the Sport moved onto an all-aluminium body in its second generation and set a high bar for handling prowess and performance, all while keeping up supreme levels of luxury, refinement and, of course, its famed off-road ability. The latest Sport model, launched in 2022, utilizes the same MLA Flex platform as the all-new Range Rover architecture, which can be used to accommodate all-electric, plug-in hybrid and mild hybrid powertrains. Up against rivals such as the aforementioned X5 and Cayenne SUVs, along with the Mercedes GLE, Audi Q7 and even the Maserati Levante, the new Range Rover Sport needs to be at the forefront of design and technology to win over buyers. Has it succeeded? Its minimalist exterior styling and sumptuous cabin certainly set the right tone, while onboard infotainment is the best yet and tech advances such as rear-wheel steering help the Sport's maneuverability and ease of use. A range of mild hybrid petrol, diesel and plug-in hybrid engines add to its appeal, while an all-electric model is set to be introduced in 2024. Entry into the Range Rover Sport lineup starts with the 296 bhp D300 3.0-liter diesel, followed by the D350 which bumps power up to 345 bhp. The P400 3.0-liter petrol model offers a healthy 394 bhp, although the more efficient P440E and P510E PHEVs pack more of a punch with 434 bhp and 503 bhp respectively. The 4.4-liter V8 petrol engine found in the top of the range P530 provides a whopping 523 bhp and a 0 to 62 miles per hour sprint time of 4.3 seconds. All models use an 8-speed automatic transmission. Available trim levels include the SE, Dynamic SE and Autobiography, with a standalone first edition specification offered in combination with the P530 model. The SE is generously equipped, although for around an extra £3,000 the Dynamic upgrade adds a styling kit, a satin dark grey finish for the alloy wheels and interior chrome accents. The Autobiography is a slightly different proposition as it adds a further £15,000 over a base SE model. The Range Rover Sport features a strong lineup of petrol, diesel and plug-in hybrid engines, while it's more refined than ever. At 2.3 tons, the Range Rover Sport is still a sizable premium SUV, so it's pleasing that Land Rover has managed to deliver a well-judged package that is really good to drive. The Sport offers excellent grip, while the steering is light but accurate, which inspires confidence, particularly when navigating twisty B roads. If you're prioritizing the Sport's dynamic ability, then we'd advise ticking the Stormer handling pack on the options list. At around £5,000, it's a relatively expensive extra, but it offers 48-volt active anti-roll control, all-wheel steering, an electronically controlled differential with torque vectoring and configurable dynamics programs, all of which, when grouped together, help deliver a more agile and responsive feel to how the Sport drives. Of course, it's equally important that a premium, luxury SUV is able to transport both the driver and any passengers in complete comfort, and the Sport doesn't disappoint in this area. Refinement is much improved over the previous generation model, with Land Rover's expert engineers bringing in new switchable volume air springs and twin-valve active dampers to better manage the vehicle's hefty weight, while other developments include active noise cancellation technology. The Sport's MLA Flex architecture is 35% stiffer than its predecessor, too. Our test car rode on large 23-inch alloy wheels, but it managed to deal with the bumps, ridges and potholes of typical UK roads with ease, all the while maintaining a serene quietness in the cabin. Rivals such as the Porsche Cayenne just can't match the Sport's excellent ride quality. Another useful feature provided by the Sport is its rear-wheel steering system. Standard on the top-spec autobiography trim, its party piece is being able to reduce the big SUV's turning circle from 12.53 meters to 10.95 meters, which is a figure comparable to a lot of super minis. So, if you find parking maneuvers a bit of a torment and can afford the extra outlay, it might be worth considering. 0 to 62 miles per hour acceleration and top speed. For a big SUV, the Range Rover Sport offers plenty of pace, with even the entry D300 model managing 0 to 62 miles per hour in an impressive 6.3 seconds. Upgrade to the more powerful D350 oil burner and the 345 bhp diesel engine propels the Sport to 62 miles per hour in a hot hatch rivaling 5.6 seconds. It may be unfashionable in an age of increasing electrification, but it's hard to argue against the D350 as a sweet spot in the Sport lineup, particularly if you regularly cover longer distances. The petrol P400 is a shade quicker than the D350, taking 5.4 seconds to go from 0 to 62 miles per hour, while the P440e and P510e plug-in hybrid models need 5.5 seconds and 5.2 seconds respectively to achieve the benchmark sprint. Opting for the top-of-the-range 523 bhp P530 petrol model means you'll have a premium SUV that delivers the kind of pace you'd attribute to a supercar not so long ago, covering 0 to 62 miles per hour in 4.3 seconds and onto a 155 miles per hour top speed. Diesel power offers good real-world fuel economy, but the Sport PHEV models will be of more interest to business users. Land Rover offers mild hybrid petrol and diesel versions of its Range Rover Sport, which helps to eke out a little extra efficiency from the 2.3-ton luxury SUV. The manufacturer claims that you should see around 36 to 37 mpg from either the D300 or D350 diesel models on the WLTP combined cycle, while CO2 emissions are 198 to 203 grams per kilometer. The P400 petrol model isn't quite as economical, managing up to 29.6 mpg and emitting 219 grams per kilometer of CO2. Opting for the top-of-the-range 523 bhp P530 inevitably brings a penalty in overall economy, a best of 24.5 mpg from its V8 petrol engine with, whisper it, 261 grams per kilometer of CO2. Business users will be better served by choosing one of the plug-in hybrid versions. The P440e is claimed to be able to cover 70 miles on all-electric drive, with CO2 emissions from just 19 grams per kilometer, putting it in the 5% benefit-in-kind tax bracket. The more powerful P510e version can potentially travel up to 69 miles on battery power alone, which means it falls into the 8% BIC rate. It's worth noting that Land Rover places a caveat on its website stating that, in real-world driving, you should expect around 54 miles of electric range. Insurance. It should come as no surprise that the latest Range Rover Sport will be an expensive model to insure. All versions of the big, luxury SUV are in Group 47 to 50, so premiums will be steep. Our example quote for a D300 Dynamic SE model, based on a 42-year male living in Oxford, with 3 penalty points, was an eye-watering £3,617. Depreciation. The Range Rover Sport has always been a sought-after model, whether as a showroom fresh car or as a used example. Consequently, residual values for the third-generation Sport are predicted to be extremely healthy at 57 to 65% after 3 years and 36,000 miles. The plug-in hybrid model in either SE or Dynamic SE specification is the strongest performer, although this still equates to depreciation of around £30,000 after 36 months of motoring. A striking exterior look, along with a luxury cabin and much improved onboard technology, mean that the Sport really stands out against its premium rivals. With its flush-fitting door handles and smoother body styling, the third-generation Range Rover Sport has a cool, minimalist look. Land Rover itself describes the new model as an evolutionary design, which means the Sport still delivers a strong feeling of luxury. The attention to detail inside the Sport's cabin underlines the luxury theme, with plenty of leather and soft materials used throughout. Yes, you will find some plastics on show in less frequent touchpoints, but everything feels solid and well built. One small gripe we found during our time with the car, however, was that the steering column didn't provide enough reach adjustment, a design point which may impact on the overall driving experience for some. Despite offering lots of onboard technology, the cabin doesn't feel overburdened with buttons and switches. A 13.1-inch touchscreen takes center stage and is a huge improvement over the previous model's infotainment system, boasting sharper graphics and quicker responses to inputs. Sat-nav, stereo and infotainment. In the last couple of years, Land Rover has rolled out its Pivi Pro system to the entire range. It's a vast leap forward over what came before, and is a match for the best systems in this segment. The good news in the Range Rover Sport starts with the screen. At 13.1 inches, the display is vast, and it has a fantastic resolution to back it up. The menus are clearly laid out, with the main screen presenting all of the controls in simple rows of icons. It responds well to touches and, on the whole, the system loads quickly. The one exception to this is that the satellite navigation system can be slow at times. As a result, it can be a little bit further behind your actual location, which could cause confusion at unfamiliar junctions. Still, both Android Auto and Apple CarPlay fill out the glorious screen when they're connected, so it's no hardship to make the most of your smartphone's tech instead. There's plenty of passenger space and room for luggage in the Range Rover Sport, while comfort levels are suitably premium. The Range Rover Sport is only available as a 5-seater, so you'll have to look towards the 7-seat Range Rover or Discovery models if you need your Land Rover to carry extra passengers, while the Defender 110 and 130 versions offer 6 and 8-seat capacity respectively. Step inside the Sport though and you won't be left wanting for luxury. The cabin is trimmed in suitably high-quality materials, including Windsor leather upholstery as standard, while 20-way electrically adjustable front seats ensure the driver should easily be able to find a comfortable position. Upgrade to either the Autobiography or First Edition trim levels and you'll benefit from 22-way heated and ventilated front seats with memory and massage functions. Rear passengers aren't forgotten either, with heated and ventilated power recline seats with winged headrests. Size. Although the Range Rover Sport is positioned as the more agile, dynamic model compared to its Range Rover sibling, it's still a giant of an SUV. The Sport measures 4,946 mm long, which is 106 mm shy of the Range Rover, but overall width, with mirrors out, is the same at 2,209 mm, with just a 50 mm difference in height, 1,820 mm for the Sport versus 1,870 mm for the Range Rover. Compare the Sport's dimensions to a midsize family SUV and you really notice the contrast in size. For example, a Hyundai Tucson is 4,500 mm long and 1,865 mm wide, while height is 1,651 mm. Legroom, headroom and passenger space. Interior space in the Sport is good, although we'd expect there to be a little more room in the rear. Rivals such as the Audi Q7 provide better head and knee room for rear passengers, although the Sport should offer enough space for most. Boot. A 657-liter boot should be able to swallow most luggage needs, while folding the rear seats opens up a van-like 1,860 liters of load space. Thanks to clever packaging, the Sport also has room for a spare wheel, which comes as standard, below the boot floor towing. It's good news for buyers who want to use their Range Rover Sport for towing duties. All models are capable of pulling up to 3,500 kilograms with the exception of the P400e plug-in hybrid, which has a 3,000 kilograms towing capacity. Safety levels for the Range Rover Sport are top-notch, and customer satisfaction with Land Rover is improving. The Range Rover Sport is too new to have featured in our latest Driver Power customer satisfaction survey. Although the smaller Discovery Sport and Evoque models were represented on the 75 car list. Land Rover itself has achieved some much-needed improvement in the manufacturer rankings, moving up from 25th place, out of 30 manufacturers, in 2020 to 22nd spot in 2021 and 14th position in 2022. Industry safety body Euro NCAP awarded the Range Rover Sport a top 5-star rating with both adult and child occupant protection achieving an 85% score. Onboard safety systems also performed well, with the driver assist category earning an 82% mark. Land Rover certainly hasn't scrimped on safety tech for the Sport, with all models including lane keep assist and blind spot assist functions, adaptive cruise control with steering assist, a rear traffic monitor, traffic sign recognition and automatic emergency braking. Front and rear parking sensors and a 3D surround view camera are also offered as standard, which will help make parking maneuvers a little easier, while the automatic park assist system is available if you trade up to an autobiography model. Warranty. Land Rover offers a 3-year unlimited mileage warranty for the Range Rover. The cover includes 36 months of roadside assistance, while you can also extend the warranty for up to 10 years, 100,000 miles at extra cost. Servicing. Buyers have the opportunity to purchase a service plan, either via one-off payment or more flexible monthly installments. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and turn on notification for more video.